Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we are now officially live on YouTube for this evening's live stream, where we've got a day and a bit. We still haven't started grinding for Void, but it's not a problem because we have a stacked roster, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get a lot of points in a very small amount of time. So yeah, I thought we'd go live, have a little bit of banter, a little bit of fun. You know, is it Saturday night? Or is it Saturday night? That is it. Yesterday was Friday, of course. Today is Saturday, and there is no better way to spend your Saturday afternoon than watching a salty British YouTuber grind in a freestyle arena or Marvel Contest of Champions. But what is up? We got some people here. Shout out to Jose, PJO. It's not Carson, Damien, Alex, Sandros, Jesus, Ruben, Tim, Havoc, Ed, Rianne, EA. Oh, damn, we got so many people. We got the real deal from the mod squad. Yeah, a real squad of people here today, man. Hope you're all doing well. Having a fantastic Saturday so far. Right, let's start building up this streak, boys. Let's get the Drax in. Let's get Karnak in. Let's get Old Man Logan in. Some of the beefy boys to fire up this live stream. Hey, what is up, Tom? I hope you're doing well. Have I seen the profile full of 6 stars? Yes, I've only been tweeted it about 200 times today. Only 200. But yeah, it's, I don't know if I'll do a video on it. There's a bit to talk about, but it's not a huge amount. But if that's, you know, that's looking promise. If all the 6-star champions are around that power level, I'll be moderately content. Moderately content. I'm very happy to see a 6-star Angela, because Angela is a friggin' beast, man, and doesn't need to be awakened. Pretty happy to see that 6-star Yondu as well. The Storm and the Winter Soldier, you know, they're okay. They're okay. There's a lot worse than a Storm and a Winter Soldier. So they were alright to see. But aside from that, very happy to see the Angela and the Yondu in the basic 6-star crystal. I'm just really hoping the Storm and Winter Soldier are like the lowest in terms of, you know, let's say my tier list that the champions go. So yeah, the least amazing tier. We don't want any meh tier champions or champions that are just complete wank in the 6-star crystals. So we're hoping for quite a few more beefcakes, man. Oh, thank you very much, Ishu. I appreciate that, man. It's a very controversial video by reading the comments. But, you know, the overarching point is, there just needs to be more champions that are useful and relevant in the endgame meta. And while there's not, then champions like Blade should exist, man, to counter all of the rubbish that we have to deal with. But again, that's just my personal opinion. I know people are divided, and some people certainly won't change theirs, but that's fine. We can all have opinions. We are all human people. Well, I assume most of you are human people. But yeah, we can disagree, agree to disagree, whatever, however you want to call it. Right, let's go Falcon 4, Morning Star, pop. Not too bad, boys. Oh, okay. That's an interesting story there, Hemet, which you've narrated with emojis. Cool. Got Void, hope you get him. I just want him as a 3-star, really. Not overly fussed about the 4 or 5-star version. Hashtag save for Blade, boys. That's all I see whenever I close my eyes. So yeah, that's the reason we didn't go for any Void crystals. And I didn't really feel like doing a 20 featured opening for Void and Sentry, because I don't want Sentry. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just, you know, I kind of want to go for some Void crystals, but I'll wait for the next character, because we might have, you know, Killmonger, Hulk being released not next week, but the week after, and that'll be the new character and Void. And if the new champion that's coming out next is worse than Sentry, I'll be incredibly surprised. So yeah, I thought, you know, it's better overall to wait for the next champion's release if I want to open any future crystals for Void, because the Sentry ones, man, just, nobody wants to get Sentry, mate. Give that a pass. The Ass Slayer himself. Well, I don't think I've ever been called that title, but I appreciate it, King. Tips for getting more 4 and 5-star shards. I've got a guide on the channel for all the ways to farm 5-star shards. Don't have an updated one for guide at farming 4-star shards. But the advice can be boiled down to do all of the things and never sell any of your champions. But yeah, have a look at that, the 5-star guide one. I think that's probably what you want to focus on, and that was on the channel less than a week ago. So yeah, the information's out there, my boy. Was it less than a week ago? Oh my gosh, I swear I've lost track of time, man. I've had a busy, it feels like a bit of a busy week this week. A lot of stuff going on outside of Marvel Contest of Champions. It's been my girlfriend's birthday, it's been my birthday. It's been a good time, lads. Oh, you're right there. Legendary star? Oh my gosh. Son, I'll tell you what. I ain't even going to put you on timeout, man. If you just want to come into chat and spam emojis, I just don't think I want you on my channel, dude. Straight up. When is the next champion of the day out? I certainly haven't finished them. I just haven't really had the opportunity to keep it up on a consistent basis. So I maybe tomorrow, I'm going to say tentatively tomorrow, because I was thinking about like doing one today, but I don't think I'm going to have the time today with all of the other stuff that I've planned, which is potentially 5.3 this evening with Camp ENT, and also a 5-star Medusa Crystal on the free-to-play account. Should I use a generic 5-star Awakening Gem on Hyperion? My advice would be no. I wouldn't use a generic on Hyperion. Generic Awakening Gems have an absurd amount of value, like a ridiculous amount. I would say you only want to use it on a champion that is like, well, firstly, really needs it, and is like super rare, super new, and like the best champion in the game. So yeah, my advice, Philippe, would be not to use that gem on Hyperion. But thank you very much for the super chat, man. Jario, it seems you couldn't learn from the mistakes of the previous person that spammed emojis, and you have joined him in the bin forever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And same with there, Banush. You know what, Banush? I'll put you in timeout, man. You're not on the permanent bin. That was only a line and a bit of emojis. So yeah, you can be in the temporary bin for now. Right, what do we have? When was my birthday? It was 3 days ago. I need to put Philippe, man, at the top. He is our blubberiest whale of the day with that $2 super chat. What's the best map for ISO? The best way to get ISO, man, is Farm Arena until you hate your existence. But to be honest, that's the best way to get most stuff in Marvel Contest of Champions, is to just Farm Arena. It's just all about, you know, getting as many champions and shards as possible, so you can duplicate champions and then generate an insane amount of ISO via there. Then, because somebody like myself at endgame, where I've just got pretty much every 4-star champion, I can't seem to position this well, man. It just keeps on flicking up or flicking down. Oh, mate, this is an annoying time. Okay, right, it's gonna be there. It's slightly toward the top. Annoying, man. Annoying. Peak times, ladies and gentlemen. Peak times. Right, let's move on to the next round of characters. So we have, let's go Unstoppable Colossus, Hulkbuster, and yeah, regular Colossus as well. It's 5-star Blade worth the generic. Yeah, I'd say Blade is one of the few characters that's worth the 5-star generic. But Hyperion, he's got moderate benefit from his Awakened ability, so I wouldn't be in any rush to chuck a generic into Hyperion. But hey, that's my personal, very conservative on the resources stance. You should save a video and upload it when the servers are down. I mean, that's a little hard, to you know, predict when the servers are going to be down. So yeah, I don't really want to base my uploading schedule about the servers being down. I mean, how about I just upload loads of videos on a daily basis, and if the server goes down, then you can watch them all. That might be a solution. I'm not too sure. Thank you very much, Kim. Appreciate that. Big up Canada. We're repping Canada hard today. Please pray I get a Cosmic Cat from logins so I can rank for my 5-star Medusa. Colin, my prayers for those catalysts are with you. I'm pretty sure it works like that. So yeah, dude, best of luck in getting that one. People, stop talking. I want to ask Cian a question. That was your opportunity there, Golden. Because I read, you know, you being angry about everyone else chatting instead of your actual question there. Yeah, kind of missed the boat there. Well, I assume that you updated your name, E-Shooter, that you wanted to be referred to as E-Shooter and no longer Edwin. You know, I can call you Edwin if you like, man. I don't mind. Cian, do you think that we could see a 5-star Awakening Gem for the 4th of July? I think it's likely. I mean, if there's not 5-star Awakening Gem, at least a random one on the 4th of July, then it's going to be worse than last year. So yeah, I would assume so, but man, the offers, they've been so random nowadays. I was surprised that the Cyber Monday ones were worse than the 4th of July ones. At least for the higher tier ones, in my opinion. So yeah, offers, man. They're all over the shop. Yes, I have Adam. Seeing as King Groot, Sentry, and or Gamora any good? What is that your question, Golden? You're spouting in chat telling everyone to shut up. Your question can literally be answered by a glance looking at the tier list, bro. I mean, to answer your question, King Groot, pretty meh. Gamora, not really that great. Sentry, not really that great. But yeah, man, we got a tier list on the channel, which I assume you might have known about if you just been to the homepage. Should I use a generic Awakening Gem on a 4-star Medusa? I'd probably save it for it depends how much, you know, what your roster's looking like. She's an okay option to use it on, but she wouldn't be a top tier option in my opinion. Yo, well, that's an interesting name. Do I think Void is worth a generic 5-star gem? Nah, not in my opinion. Void's an okay character. I think, in terms of like how I perceive the champion, I don't know. I kind of view him as, I haven't seen like a 5-star dupe 200 Void, but from what I've seen from some of the Voids so far at 5-star rank 4, I think he's a very, very high demigod, but I don't think he's quite overall good enough for me to personally define him as a god tier champion. But yeah, Void's pretty good, and he definitely has his really, really strong uses. But overall, I think there are slightly better characters in the god tier. But he's very, very... I would say he's arguably the best champion for any scenario where healing is a really, really big factor. And it's quite a long fight, because he was amazing. I saw Legacy's kill of X23 in Labyrinth of Legends, and that was really, really cool. So he's awesome for fights like that. But fights like that, I didn't think really... They're not too regular in Marvel Contest of Champions. And there are other champions that can do the job. I think he's the best option, though, for X23 and Labyrinth, even as a 4-star 550. So he's a champion worth having, but I don't know. Not overly concerned. Have I completed all the 5 chapters? I have indeed. 5-star Archangel worth a generic Awakening Gem? Yeah, I'd say I'd be very inclined to awaken an Archangel with a generic if I didn't have a mutant one. But, I don't know, depends how many you had. I guess you can get 2 generic Awakening Gems in the game. I'm just really, I'm a massive hoarder, man. Massive, massive hoarder when it comes to my resources. Dude, I went all the way back to your very first video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Oh my god, you've come a long way. Yeah, we've come quite a while, man. It's been a long time playing. But yeah, what was it? Back in the bedroom. Oh gosh, I remember the videos there, man. Still have my old kind of Rift voice. That's a weird one, man. Right. Let me update some of these predictions, man, just to set you guys straight for what I believe some of the cutoffs are gonna be. So we have Void 3-star. Who's in the middle arena again? It's Star-Lord, right? Void 3-star. Okay, so Void 3-star. I'm gonna say 1.6 million. Because that's generally the safe score to go for. And then we've got the mid-tier 4-star, which is Star-Lord in the basic arena. So I'm saying 3.7 million plus for that Star-Lord. And then Void 4-star is going to be like 20 million plus. Might even be higher than that. But yeah, new featured 4-stars, man. Like, that's just ridiculously high. So yeah, that's been updated. If you refresh the live stream, you can see the cutoffs, man. So yeah. I think Seattle has changed Brian Grant. He's opening all these crystals now. I think it's just him preparing for his Legends run. I don't believe... Has he done his Legends run yet? I don't think I've seen it pop up. But what's the final day that you can do your Legends run for Act 5.4? I've totally forgot. Is it the end of... Is it toward the end of the month? I swear I, like, remember, like, January 18th. But I assume it's not January 18th, unless I've missed the live stream. So, yeah. Raj says, you are live, yes or no? Unfortunately, this is a pre-recorded video, Raj. We're unfortunately not live at the moment. Hey, Scene, congrats on having 100,000 subscribers. Very much deserved. Been saving for Blade for the last month and saved up 90k 5-star shards. Is this a safe amount, or should I keep saving? Bro, no amount is a safe amount. You just gotta keep saving, bro. Trust me. You gotta, every single shard that you can possibly gather, you're gonna need to save up for Blade. So yeah, that's my advice, man. Just keep on saving. Try and get as much as possible. That's it, because as my boy Anonymous2K will tell you, man, even if you have 105k 5-star shards, you can still not get Ice, man. So yeah, always be aware, man. Is 4-star Hyperion better than a 4-star Rogue? It depends on the scenario, really. They both have their pros and cons, but generally speaking, I would say Hyperion's a little bit better. Oh, no! Very close to connecting that. Ah, well, we got him down in the end. Damn! These old bedroom streams. At that time, every single question was answered. It was a great time. That was only because there were probably about 30, 50 people on the stream. It's not too bad to keep up with a live stream. When you've got, like, under 100 people watching, depending on your chat participation, really, and how people are going at it. But yeah, man, it's crazy nowadays. There we go. God tier, ladies and gentlemen. God tier. When will 5-star Blade arrive? It's the 22nd of February, bro. How good is 5-star Modok in offense? Not great. Just stick him on Alliance War defense forever. Sorted, boys. Oh, I remember that, Tim. That was an awfully long time ago, man. Just goofing and gaffing about on that stream. No, I remember the day that Super Chats were introduced to YouTube. It was a very, very great day. There we go. I'm interested to see if the sponsored feature is going to get a little bit of an upgrade, because they still haven't done a huge amount with what you can do with sponsors channel-wide. Yo! What is up, my boy Road Scholar Comics? It's a pleasure to see you in the stream today, man. I'm off to my opening night of my new show in Berlin. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm sending you those good vibes, man. Road Scholar Comics, have a fantastic time, man. I hope the show goes well this evening. Should I rank to Old Man Logan or Beast? As a 5-star? I don't know which one I go for. Probably Beast out of those two. Probably Beast. Oh, got 8 shots from Morningstar. Oh, quick shot. Dude, I got to commend you on that, man. I've actually seen some really, really awesome stuff for people that have really, really stacked Morningstars and, like, Labyrinth of Legends. Because you can build up, you know, 5 souls on Red Hulk just by continually dying. But once you do the rest of the run, mate, oh, it's very, very good from what I've seen. Saw somebody with, like, a 5-star, rank 5, level 65 Morningstar. Just absolutely tearing up Maestro and Labyrinth. So yeah, man, big up all the people that are rating Morningstar out there. She's a pretty fantastic champion. I really like Morningstar. But I kind of get how her design and play style isn't necessarily for everyone. It's more of her design, to be honest, that isn't necessarily for everyone. Right. Let's get the parry there. Oh, I should have maybe gone into the 4-5 combo. That's alright. Try and get this Juggernaut out. Go for a special one, and we didn't get the stun. Chain on special. Oh, like, before I had that then. Right, I didn't get stunned from that. Damn, Mordo's special one, man. If the stun was like, if there's a 100% chance to stun, I feel like Mordo would be a substantially better character to play. How long have I been playing? I've been playing for about, what is that? 22 and a bit months now, coming up on 23 at the start of next month, 22 and a half months. So yeah, almost 2 years. I'm not quite there. I think Brian Grant, I think started like 3 or 4 months before me. I think he's like 3 months ahead of me, but Brian, man, he grinds like an absolute soldier, going arena all day, every day. Oh, thank you very much, Timothy Church. I appreciate it, bro. Oh, big time, man. Big time. How did you find the channel anyway? Like, if you found it via YouTube, what kind of videos were you watching? No, that's a really good shout, man. You're going to be taking her up to rank... Who's your rank 5 champion, quick shot? But if I had already pulled Ya Boy Blade, man, I would probably go for Morningstar, because I find it super, super fun to use. A little bit gutted. I was so close to winning a Morningstar on the final day of Comic-Con, man. Got beat by just a little bit. Yo! What is up, Camp ENT? Thank you so much, man. Yeah, give me a shout when you are home a little bit later this evening. My friend wants to know if Mordo will be good against MODOK in Alliance War since he auto-blocks and can parry you. Actually, he doesn't. He doesn't auto-block and parry you. That's just people that hit into his auto-block again. So, for example, you can play MODOK, and if you auto-block, and then the next hit you do the animation to go parry, you can successfully parry, but you never parry off the first auto-block itself. So the way that you fight MODOK is by doing one hit to intercept, one hit, break the shield, and then pull back, and then intercept again, and then you can get your full combo off. But it's just people, like, not being aware of the way that MODOK functions. So it's not actually a bug, it's just people, yeah, not watching their gameplay back, or not really paying much attention. So yeah, there is a way to fight MODOK. I really think, though, MODOK is missing something, and that something I believe is a timer for his energy shield to replenish. Like, if like Void, he had a very, very clear timer of when the shield was coming back, I feel like that would remove all of the random like BS, you fire off a special and then he recovers and attacks you back scenarios. So yeah, that would be my my suggestion for how to improve MODOK. Hey, what is up, Watermer Real? Thank you very much for the super chat, bro. Get that mythical beast. What's that emoji meant to signify? I'm a little bit confused there. But thank you very much for the 20 DKK super chat. Big up. Man like Watermer. Watermer, is that how I say it? Watermer? There we go. Right. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have charged that heavy, man. I should have started off by charging heavies. Just haven't played Quake very well here. Oh, mistakes were made. See, and I got Sentry and Void from featured GMCs, both as 5-star. Is that good? I feel like you're asking a pretty rhetorical question there, to be honest. But yeah, getting anything that's not a 3-star from one of those crystals is pretty good. I mean, the Void's going to be quite good if you can get him awakened. Sentry is not really going to be that great overall. But yeah, anything that's not a 3-star from those crystals is a win, my friend. It's a win. Grind away, my boy. Grind away. Yo, what is up, Chris? Hope you're doing well, man. Steejo, massive shout out. Big up all the people from Scotland in the stream right now, man. Seeing I just finished the Underdogs boss rush, but I spent a crap ton of potions. I'm kind of in limbo right now. What do you suggest doing? As in, what do you mean? What kind of limbo you're in? You finished the boss rush challenge? Do you need potions for more stuff? Just gotta, like, log in, farm them from the crystals. Or, you know, grind arena, get a lot of units, buy more potions. I'm a little bit confused as what specific advice you're actually looking for. Finally done 100% uncollected mode. Congratulations to Tim Gaming. Proud of you, my boy. Smashing the game. Oh, thank you very much, John. Appreciate that. I've got the Marvel Insider rewards coming out, but need one Void for the dupe. Do you not have a Science Awakening gem, dude? I would imagine they're not too hard to get as the 3-stars. Unless I'm misinterpreting that sentence. Seen any tips for Act 5 using 444 stars? I mean, you can watch I watched the, like, how to get uncollected guide. That's probably going to help you out there, Cyrus. But there's not, you know, there's specific chapter advice and there's general, like, play perfectly advice as well. By how much does Gwenpool reduce defensive ability accuracy per hit? It's 2% per hit, Jamie. So yeah, 50 hits, 100% ability accuracy reduction, or it's 36 hits for... No, 35 hits, and then parry for 100% ability accuracy reduction, if you can, you know, attack it into a stunned opponent. Ah, yes, Tony! Dude, I apologize that I didn't have, what was it? Time to respond to your email in a little bit more full. Like, it's definitely one of the avenues that I've considered for a very, very long time. You know, I've even talked about on the live stream multiple times in the past, you know, expanding the channel into more general Marvel stuff. But I'm not too sure that's a route that I want to go down. Like, I'm not overly fussed about that. I'd rather just make, like, loads of, like, shitty goof and gaff videos, which I don't know, might be Marvel related in the future, but, like, at the moment it doesn't overly interest me covering everything in a broader sense. Like, I know there are quite a few other channels out there doing that, and, yeah, it's something I could do, but, I don't know, it's just not really something that I'm too fussed about at the moment. What I think about the Red Hulk buff, I don't know a huge amount about the specifics of it. I've seen some stuff and it looks pretty good, same with the Luke Cage one, but I still couldn't get on the beta, even in the final day, like it still wasn't connecting. So I haven't had like a good amount of time to, well, or any time at all to test either character. So yeah, I've just, you know, seen what I've seen via videos, and there are a lot of different, like, you know, ranks of champions and mastery setups. So it's a little bit difficult to tell. Did anybody make the Safer Blade website? Yeah. Somebody did. Never knew you and Daz Black were friends because it was so cool seeing both of you were in the same vid together. I mean, that was a very, very long time ago. Daz Black he's such a great guy, man. Such a great guy. Honestly, one of the people on YouTube up the top that is just like so incredibly down to earth. So got a big up my boys Daz Black and Hugh Samuel. The goofs and gaffs are fun. Yeah, I like doing the goofs and gaffs, man. I like shitposting and rolling in the memes and just kind of embracing a bit more of a sillier side to stuff when I'm making the videos. So yeah, I think that's what I'm a little bit more interested in than becoming a central kind of Marvel news channel, because I know channels like Emergency Awesome are very, very on the board doing that stuff. So yeah, not overly fussed for the time being. But I'm still trying to figure out, you know, what's my kind of like wider, like what I want to do in the wider stream of YouTube moving forward in a hypothetical world where Marvel Contest of Champions ceases to become relevant, which I think is still like a good few years away. I reckon this game, like, it still has like a few very, very strong years in it. If they can like make a very good competitive mode of gameplay, it might be even more than that. If they can turn Marvel Contest of Champions somehow into an esport, which, you know, is somewhat possible within the confines of what they have, then that could be big. But I don't know which direction they're planning on going and exactly what is going to constitute in this smaller team-based gameplay that they've talked about in various news articles as the direction that they are looking at heading this year. So yeah, we'll see, man. I love Marvel Contest of Champions, but as a YouTuber, I'm aware that it might not be around forever, man. So I have to see. Seeing your Kabam CEO videos always give me a good laugh. When do I think the Year of the Dog event will come out, if at all? When was it last time? I think it was the start of February last time. I don't quite remember, man. I'll need to, yeah, I'll need to have a look into it. It's pretty, I would imagine it's a very, very similar time frame to when it started last year. I don't remember the exact dates. Well, I rank 5 Blade. You damn well know it, man. A one-player game can't be an esport, but Marvel Contest of Champions isn't a one-player game. And you're not thinking very creatively if you have that kind of attitude. There are ways that you could, you know, balance and tune the game and set up certain modes like mini versions of Alliance Quest, Alliance War. Similar concept ideas that could be highly timed and highly competitive in terms of, yeah, timing, performance. There's a lot of additional factors that could be measured. But I don't know, there's also a lot of randomness as well. But to be honest, with a lot of esports and sports in general, tends to be elements of randomness involved. Right, there we go. Getting the bin, son. Not too bad. Not too bad. No, Hassan, I'm not going to go for Void, man. What's my opinion on taking Archangel to rank 4 as a 5-star unduped? Unless you have like a specific reason to take Archangel to rank 4 as a 5-star, which I don't really see one, aside from, you know, you lack a character that does the damage of Archangel, and that's something you need to bypass a certain thing, which, you know, might be useful against, like, I don't know, MODOK. You still don't really need him at rank 4 for that. Yeah, I guess if you're like tier 2 alphas in Overflow, then yeah, I can see the reason there, but just generally, you know, if you haven't got T2 alphas in Overflow, I'd probably wait till you have the Champion Awaken before you consider rank 4ing him. Yeah, exactly. I remember when Joel... I didn't get involved in those, but I heard quite a lot of buzz about some of the competitions that Joel Line did on his channel. I think there are ways. While it's not... I don't think real-time PvP in Marvel Contest of Champions is ever going to be possible, there are ways that this game can be turned into an esport. But I don't think it would be quite different from some of the more traditional ones. But I don't know. They've got stuff like Super Smash Bros. As esports. I guess that's more against each other. It could be done. It could be done. It'd be a big challenge, a lot to take on, but it could be done. Send a Colossus his way for all 5-star shoutouts for Blade. Oh, thanks, Harsh. I appreciate that, man. Wilson, I'm going to probably get it done at some point next week, man. Going to see exactly what's up, but yeah, I do want to get an updated list up. Thank you very much, Ziad. Appreciate that. Shout out to your little bro, Michael. There we go, Chris. Big up Michael, man. Thanks for tuning in today. Star-Lord for 5.3. If you want to be safe for Star-Lord, go for 3.7 plus, because both of the Star-Lords before went for around 3.6. So you're not safe at 3.5. And, ladies and gentlemen, the motto of a hardcore arena grinder is better to be safe than to be salty. Is 5-star Phoenix worth ranking up? Mariam says, hello everyone, but then spelled everyone wrong and then said, check out my channel. Mariam, just to tell you, as one YouTuber to another, going on somebody else's channel and being like, check out my channel, that's a bit of a piece of shit move. And you end up permanently banned, just like that. So yeah, I would probably, you know, a lot of pro tip, one YouTuber to another. Try and avoid doing that if you would like any sort of credibility. I think the game is going to get more mastery points soon. No, I don't think mastery points or level cap increase are going to come ever, because, you know, it needs to be, all the champions need to be balanced around a certain additional power level, and if they add more mastery points, that can potentially create some builds, you know, that are broken. So yeah, there's just no point raising the level cap. They should get all the characters to a fairly decent state, which I believe is their objective this year. Because they have somebody specifically now, I believe, that just focuses on, like, rebalancing old champions that they hired last summer, and they trained him up, and now he's going back and rebalancing some of the characters that need the love, man. They need the love. Yo! What is up, Roasted Bagel? Ladies and gentlemen, can we have some crazy hype in chat right now? For your boy, Roasted Bagel. Join in the sponsor squad, man. Thank you very much, Roasted. Big shout out. If I open one crystal and get Blade, I'm going to open Blade crystals until I get the duplicate for Blade. Or I run out of shards. Or, you know, there's no guarantee that I'm going to get Blade. But if I do get Blade, then I'm going to continue opening crystals until I can get a second copy. But yeah, we'll see what's up. I should have, I think, anywhere in the region of 12 to 14 crystals by the time, what is it, the Blade ones come around. So I think there's a very, very strong chance we'll get Blade. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but the way that I see it, it's going to be a win-win situation, ladies and gentlemen. It's either, I'm either going to get Blade, or it's going to be the saltiest, most downfall video in the history of Marvel Contest of Champions, and everyone's going to watch it. And I'm going to be minted from the YouTube ad revenue. So there are two ways, man. There are two ways it goes. Either way is a win. It's a win, boys. See, and don't I have a skill awakening gem and some generic awakening gems? I do, but it's going to be significantly harder to get a specific champion in the future, which thus has the effect of increasing the value of awakening gems. So I would like to save my awakening gems for when it is significantly harder to get a specific 5-star champion, if that makes sense. See in 2K, man. See in 2K. Might happen, ladies and gentlemen. It might happen, but again, it is a win-win scenario. Could I get my wrench back, please? Did I remove your wrench? I don't really remember removing it. But, yeah. Oh, what? Judge Death. It used to be Adam Warlock, right? Yeah, that's cool, man. Okay, I can give you your wrench back. Remember, my friend, with great power comes great responsibility. But there you go, bro. Let you clean up some of the chat. I loved my Void Spotlight. Great stuff there, man. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed that, you know, simple review of the champion. Once I get a job, I'm donating $1,000 to CN. Once you get a job, spend that money on you. Have a better life. Get a nice place. Get a nice gal. Take her out to dinner. All that stuff, boys. No, it's a little bit odd, man. Yeah, some weird stuff happens. Oh, thank you very much, the good peeps. Appreciate that. See, the reason I enjoy your channel is because you do MCOC. Oh, thank you very much, Colton. I'm glad you enjoy watching me play MCOC. Why I stopped champion of the day? It'll be returning soon. I just haven't really had the time over the last week and a bit. Had my birthday, bro, and loads of other stuff going on with friends. And a few other little projects on the side. Been busy, man. Been very busy. Oh, MTJ. If you don't like it, man, there's a very simple solution, which I'll help you with. Which is you can just stop watching them and stop watching the channel. Like, that's, you know, very, very easy for you to do. I soloed Realm of Legends Winter Soldier for the first time, wasn't even with Star-Lord, was with my 5-star Iceman. Damn, bro. Damn, not too bad. Always feels good when you can, like... I remember, as a newer player coming up, like, I practiced so much against Winter Soldier to kind of get good and get to that level where I could consistently one-shot him with my 3-star Star-Lord back in the day. But once you, yeah, can get your combat performing fairly consistently, man, it's a very good time. Oh, D15, I'm not too sure how you haven't got good yet, man. You've been around in the MCOC community for days, bro. For days. But, yeah, it's worth it, man, if you can do it. I'm rinsing it on my free-to-play account and the main account. But yeah, just, like, the main thing, if you want to get better, if you want to become a better player, you need to push yourself to become a better player. You need to find out, like, where your weaknesses are, and then look up video guides on how to, like, parry, evade, like, just watch other top players and see what you can figure out. But, you know, you're never going to become better at anything unless you do put in the time and effort to address what is going wrong. Yo! Hey, what's up? It's not Carson. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have some hype in chat right now for our blobberiest whale of the day? Your boy, It's Not Carson, with that $5 super chat. Let's get you up at the top, Carson. Thank you very much, man. Can you one-shot with 3-star? Yeah, I mean, it's all about how well you play Red Fizz. You can one-shot Winter Soldier. There's a video out there of somebody doing it with a 1-star Wolverine. Like, if you're ever like, is this possible? Just YouTube it, man. There are hundreds of thousands of Marvel Contest of Champions videos on YouTube. There are so many, man. So yeah, if you want to look up stuff, man, the entire archive of game knowledge is just at your fingertips. You know what, Tim? I'm gonna trust you, man. I'm gonna trust you. You've been around for a while. Like, I trust you in Hearthstone. So, I'm going to give you that wrench, man. You're in charge of cleaning up the plebs, but with great power, my friend, comes great responsibility. I'm going to Uncle Ben you there. Why does Hulk need to be awakened? He gains significantly more damage when awakened. He doesn't need to be awakened, though. I don't believe... I'm not too sure I have it on my spreadsheet that he needs to be awakened. But I might do. But yeah, he gains a lot more damage when you have the champion awakened. Do I think if Scarlet Witch just as 4-star like it was before the 12-point update, that she would really be OP today, like Kabam said she would be? Yeah, I think so. Like, she's really overpowered. I can just imagine, you know, face-rolling everything, even top-tier Alliance War. Is there any new champion that would contest? Not really. Yeah, she'd still be, I think, the best character if she was where she was at. I think it'd be Scarlet Witch #1, then Blade. 4 as well would probably still be pretty relevant, and Black Widow as well. Though I think Kabam might gimp the Blade Crystals, knowing that everyone is saving for him. If they do, we'll be able to tell. Like, it'll be pretty obvious if they do. And I don't think they will. I don't think they are that stupid. Because people will be very angry. Cleared it once already. The question is, can I do it again? The problem is with Void also. I'm in the process of building a team to get uncollected. I'm getting better, but the grind kills me, man. Void isn't too bad, man. It's just getting used to his animations and then, you know, used to the get to 9 hits and then wait for the debuff and then create an opportunity to get a 10th hit to dispel that debuff. Like, Void, he isn't too bad. But you do need to spend time learning how to fight him. And it's always a good idea to, you know, if you're a newer player, if you're progressing, use the opportunities of farming heroic to use lesser powered characters so that you actually learn how to properly fight the champions for when you enter master mode. Like, use that as a, instead of rolling with your top character, what might be a very easy fight in heroic is gonna, you know, land you on your ass when it comes to master or uncollected. So yeah, bring, like, I don't know, 3 terrible champions, really low ones that you know is just all about how well you play, and then, you know, bring your top 2 champions in case you're still having issues. I'm not up to speed, but did I 100% 5.4? Yeah, ages ago, man. Did it on the first week. So yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Did I do it in the first week? First couple of days. That was it, man. Yeah. What are my thoughts about some upcoming MCOC tubers like Idealist and Shane Hoffman? Well, I don't really know about much about Idealist. I haven't watched too many of his videos. Shane Hoffman, he's not too bad, man. He's not too bad. I didn't enjoy his Quake video very much, or the video where he challenged me. But I'm inclined to agree with some of his other videos about, you know, like I think he sees Kabam in a very similar light to that I see Kabam, and I appreciate more people that draw attention to some of the stuff that they try to maybe like cover up and slip in. So I can appreciate him for that. But if people are putting, you know, forward videos where they want to showcase a champion and say that champion is like god tier or try and bring something new to light, then I look for people that are providing very well-rounded arguments and bringing new stuff to the table. So yeah, just need a little bit more of that, really. Judge Def, welcome to the Whale Squad, man. It's all good. Thank you very much for the sponsor. Massive hype in chat. Remember who I used for the 5.4.5 immune path? It's my last path. I used Iceman mostly for the Spider-Man there. Yeah, I just got a little bit lucky, man. If you go back in some of my live streams, you'll be able to find it. It's on the final one where we finished off. I think it's like part 2 or part 3. But yeah, you can like scrub through and see, you know, how we handled some of the fights. But I think I used Iceman for the majority of it. That path is a massive pain in the ass, though. I really do sympathize with you there, man. It's very annoying to deal with. It's all good, D15. You know, I'm just trying to, like, you know, as ya boy, I'm just trying to help you get better and improve at the game. Get you clear on that uncollected 100% in no time, man. Shane Hoffman is a marketing professor. He was exploiting your success in a provocative way to get more viewers. Pretty simple. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a way to do it. But Simultaneously, it just could have been a bit more of a well-rounded argument if he wanted to contribute to the discussion, but that wasn't what the video. That wasn't the video's intention. The video's intention, exactly as you said, Tony, was to make a provocative statement to get attention for something that really wasn't a well-put-together argument. So that's the only problem that I have with the guy, man. I'm using my name for views to put forward information that I'd already put forward a few days ago in the Champion of the Day. See, remember when I said Voodoo was not good? I mean, you like to leave comments like this quite a bit often, Jada. I mean, you know, a year and a half ago when I was a couple of months into YouTube, wasn't very good at the game. But I don't really see the point of, yeah, continuing to mention that. But yeah, I think, like, I've said this before, I reckon, like, the first, like, 6 months of making YouTube videos, oh, my advice and perspective, it wasn't very well-rounded. But, you know, you have to go in, you have to make mistakes, man, to learn and increase the knowledge bank. There's no point, like, digging up stuff from, like, a year and a half ago that's completely irrelevant at the moment. Do I listen to Eric Clapton? I've never heard of Eric Clapton, unfortunately. What does he talk about, man? I'm a little bit curious. Sentry sucks. Wow, man. Yeah, he's pretty bad, man. He's pretty bad. Power of a million sunflowers. You're damn right there. Tell us more news about the 6-star champions. I don't know any news about that, man, apart from there's an account in the leaderboard that has 6-star champions. Oh, quick shot. I saw your video, dude, on Reddit this morning. That's something I wanted to talk to you about as well. Like, that was a sick video, bro. You played very, very well in that scenario. I saw the one with... There was somebody who had, like, I had a really, really nice chat with a person on, I think it's, like, Laughflame on Reddit, who has, like, a 5-star, rank 5, level 65 Quake. Just talking about... We had a really, really, long comment thread. Just talking about the various uses of Quake, and how I define Quake as God tier, and I wanted to get a bit more of an additional perspective on the character. But I think there is one thing that I can definitely agree with Quake on a lot more, and her general use in Alliance War. I really like Quake for fighting like Spider-Man and Nightcrawlers that can be stunned. Like, she's very, very good for that, man. Oh, exactly. I think it's just a little bit of a problem, Tony. If the thing is, man, like if I don't call a champion God tier, then I have like loads of posts and stuff saying that I hate a character, which is completely not true. Because I also saw, additionally, like, you know, everyone on their mum was trying to get on that Quake discussion bandwagon for views, and I opened up Reddit, I think it's like a day or two after. There's a video that started with like, CN, he really hates Quake, he's not a fan of the character. And I'm like, well, that isn't true at all. I just recognized that, you know, at least from my perspective, she has a lot of significant disadvantages in certain matchups. So yeah, man, it's so easy for people to just take a glance and really misrepresent your views and perspective online. I mean, anywhere really. But it's the age, the day we live in, man. The day we live in. I'm totally fine with other YouTubers wanting to like put my name in the title and debate, you know, my arguments and ideas, but have some new good stuff to add to the conversation. I think that's the general bottom line of it. Because I don't want to watch a video and be like, oh, well, this is already stuff I already know and acknowledge about this champion. But what's the argument? Well, not too bad, boys. Any new data mined info from Trukos, JJW, or Otrix? I don't know anything at the moment, OPM, but I assume we're probably going to see something within the next week or so, because we're getting very, very close to the next month's event now. So yeah, I imagine like the next week or two, there's probably going to be some more stuff on, I assume, the 2 new champions, Gladiator Hulk and Killmonger. So we'll see what's up. Kasim, thank you very much for the kind words, man. I appreciate it. Okay, what do we have there? Eric Clapton is awesome. Who's Eric Clapton, man? I've never heard of him. being a YouTuber is tough, ACN. Sometimes, man. Sometimes. It's tough in some ways, and I don't really know the tone of that comment or what you're trying to suggest, Lim. But yeah, sometimes it can be tough. Sometimes it's alright when you're having a good day. But I don't know, it's just a lot of it's really good fun, Great creative outlet. There's also a lot of there are disadvantages to it as well. It's not all well, sit down for 5 minutes, make a video, bosh, rake in that cash, and then just, you know, chill out, blaze up all day, eat some pizza. See, would I ever consider joining the other YouTubers on Team Omni? I'm not overly concerned with that, to be honest. I'm very, very happy in ISO A at the moment, so yeah, I'm not fussed. I'm just leaving the Omni boys to do their thing. But big up to the Omni boys, man. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I might check him out. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm just incredibly uneducated. I didn't really grow up in a household that had, like, none of my parents were really big into music, and I never really made friends with people at school who had, you know, knew a lot about music. So I wasn't really exposed to a lot of music until I was a teenager, man. But never, yeah, don't know much. Got Dr. Voodoo as your first 5-star. Congratulations on that. Should they make this game for console? I don't think this game would work on console. Unless it had significant revamps, and then it would be a pretty different game. But you kind of do have a game like, you got Marvel vs. Capcom, but I would say it's very different from MCOC. Growing a channel can be a bit frustrating, especially now, but since YouTube deems everything not suitable for all advertisers, I guess I'm not missing out much. Yeah, it's an interesting time. Every day presents some new fun challenges on YouTube. ISO A is a top 5 alliance. Well, ISO A is. You also got B. I think B might be in the top 5 as well. But then there's C and then there's D. D is like the retirement home. D is very chill. So I appreciate D, man. A lot of people just chilling, doing a lot of map 5 over here, just enjoying playing the game relatively casually for the most part. ACN, love your content. Also, I took 5-star Archangel to 455 on dupe. He still puts out a ton of damage. I used him to destroy Void and the Uncollected. Not too bad there, Cody. Yeah, I mean, he's not bad to take up unduped. It's just, you know, depending on your roster and options and circumstances and what you want to use him for, it's not necessarily the best decision for everyone, but I can see, you know, makes sense. Yo! Oh, Ravi, thank you very much, man. I'm glad you enjoyed that article. No, it's proper cool, man. Proper cool. John did a fantastic job in that article. Seaton, the game is in a bad place. Agree or disagree? I mean, that's a very generalized statement. I would disagree overall. Depends. Yeah, I don't really understand. If you want to make a statement like that, you should put, Seaton, the game is in a bad place because of X, Y, and Z. But I would say in comparison to, for example, when I started, when half of the champions were completely unusable due to willpower, and that you would only use 2 teams for perfect block, I would say it's substantially better and more interesting. And it's a lot better, generally speaking, for the amount of champions that you can acquire without paying any money, like free-to-play. Like, you can pretty much do everything in the game in a very short period of time if you are a skilled, hardcore free-to-player. So yeah, I'd say overall, in comparison to all of the time that I've played Marvel Contest of Champions, it's in one of its best states. But that is not to say that the game is completely flawless, and that they are not making decisions that I always agree with, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't really agree with that Command do. For example, the 5-star featured crystal changes. I'm not overly happy about those, but that also comes with the additional pro perspective in the last year that the 5-star basic pull has and continues to get significantly better. So on a wider perspective, I can, you know, I can just about take that one, but it does annoy me very much. Right, let's have a little bit of a read. Is Voodoo worth bringing to rank 4? Yes, if you have him awakened, man. If I don't have Get Blade, what will be my new plan? I might take Dr. Voodoo up to rank 5 if I didn't get Blade. Be a super hardcore Dr. Voodoo player. That might be what I would do, but I don't know. I might still save for maybe a brand new potential god tier champion that I want to try and go for and get up to rank 5, but it's going to be significantly harder. But, I don't know, man, maybe if I get super lucky. My favorite thing about the 6 stars is how powerful they are even at rank 1. Yes, I've seen that, man. The rank 2 ones seem to be pretty insane in terms of the attack there. So yeah, very cool stuff. And if all the 6-star champions are at least pretty good, we only need 4, well, what could be 4 of them. We don't even know 100% that those are going to be those champions. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. How good is a 5-star Karnak? Pretty bad. I have one myself. Karnak is not a very great champion. Arguably the worst skill character overall. But he's useful to have for Medusa synergies. But that's pretty much it. Why do so many people spend shards and cats on crap champions and then complain that their rank 4 5-star is garbage? Sometimes baffles me as well, Bath. I mean, some people, I don't really know the inclination, but, well, I kind of understand the inclination, but say, for example, if, you know, Sentry was their favorite comic book character growing up, or they just love Sentry, then they'll just be like, regardless of how good this champion is, then they'll go for it, and they'll, you know, be like super happy for until they've ranked up that champion, and then realize that it's maybe not so great. But then they hope for a buff, man. But some people just go for characters just because they really love them and maybe have a very strong emotional connection to that character specifically, which is something that makes the Marvel brand just so incredibly powerful. Hey Cian, just watched your gifting event VOD. Can you do serious talk on it for some time? What would you like me to talk about, Parag? You need to elaborate there as to what specific questions or perspective that you're looking for. Any advice on best champions to use on the final road to Labyrinth chapter? Oh gosh, that one has an assortment. I forgot about the challenges there. It's mainly like spiked armor and poison, right? If I remember, I used a lot of crossbones for that chapter. I brought a poison immune champion. But yeah, I just look up the nodes, man, and then just bring a team of counters. It's been so long since I've done Road to the Labyrinth that I don't really feel like I have any specific super good advice now, because I can't really remember all of the encounters. But yeah, look it up, man. Kind of can be quite fun with Medusa and Black Bolt team, so easy to keep True Strike up and in for regeneration with Suicides. Oh, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. What was that? I actually haven't had, I didn't have the opportunity to watch Bobbin's video on Blade, in full. So yeah, I don't know what perspective he was putting forward, so yeah, I can't really comment on it, if I'm honest. Can you tell me how good a 5-star Daredevil is? Oh, he's not that great. He's alright, man, but doesn't really have anything too special going on. Yeah, Joeline had some good videos on Road to Labyrinth. East Selena's is correct there. I'm not too sure if they're not going to be fully updated, and not everything is going to be relevant, but they might point you in a good direction. See, do you think a band will give a second mastery setup? Oh, I want one of those so bad, Cody. That's like on my top 10 features that I want to see this year, man. Which might be a video that I do a little bit sometime next week. But yeah, that'd be amazing. I'd love to see that. Because I feel even if it was something that you unlocked via units, that'd be so good. doing like a certain piece of content, or, you know, just paying like, I don't know, 1,000 units for a second mastery setup would be perfect, man. So, so good. Yes, I have, Stanley. I saw the screenshot of that going around this morning, bro. Guy's ballsy, man, taking his Luke Cage up to rank 5 as a 5-star. That's kind of what I wanted to do on Whale Milker, actually, if Luke Cage actually turns out to be good. And then we can 100%, you know, and if we 100% Act 5, which, to be honest, I don't reckon we're too far off having the roster to do that. Right, there we go. Love your opinions on champions, but I was wondering who'd be better to awaken, 4-star Gwenpool or Dr. Voodoo. Out of those two, I'd say Dr. Voodoo significantly needs to be awakened more than Gwenpool does. But an awakened Gwenpool, she has her uses, you know, if you are looking to take the champion into stuff like Labyrinth of Legends and fight Electro. But generally speaking, I would definitely go for the Voodoo over the Gwenpool. When I give a generic gem to a 5-star Star-Lord, depends. If you wanted to, like, if Star-Lord was your only good damage-dealing champion, and you wanted to, like, take him up to rank 4 or rank 5, and then do Labyrinth of Legends 100%, it's not a bad option. So, but yeah, I'd say he's a champion that is relatively worth the 5-star generic awakening gem, because he's very, very powerful. I hope at some day to get my Star-Lord back up to, what is it, rank 4 as a 5-star. Just made the adjustment, which might be temporary, might be permanent, depends on, you know, how good some of the new upcoming champions are and if we can get our hands on them. So yeah, but I wanted to make sure that I had the Holy Trinity ready for Blade, and I think it's probably going to be some point next week that we do a Ghost Rider rank up video as well. Get him up to rank 4. Guys, 5-star Gwenpool and still rank Luke Cage. I know, a very, very brave move, but that is signaling people that, you know, that is a signal of dominance, at least in my opinion. He's letting people know he doesn't need all these god-tier characters to get content done. He just needs his 5-star rank 5 Luke Cage, or that he has a family member that also plays Marvel Contest of Champions that logged onto his account and ranked that Luke Cage up. Out of pure banter, which would obviously result in a family feud. Should I go for Blade? Yeah, even if you still can't awaken Blade, he is by far the best option to go for. So yeah, even if you have no immediate plan to awaken him, still go for him. See, my love affair with Star-Lord ended badly. We've just parted ways, man. We parted ways for the time being. But I don't know. I might take him back up in the future. But the thing is, I just don't really need Star-Lord for anything right now. He served his purpose in Labyrinth of Legends, and the materials were very much better allocated overall to Stark-Enhanced Spider-Man. Because Stark-Enhanced Spider-Man, generally speaking, fight to fight, the average fight is a much better champion than Star-Lord, because he brings a significant amount more utility to the table. But Star-Lord, he definitely has his pros. In longer fights like Labyrinth of Legends, Star-Lord is one of the kings in that scenario. But they're not making a Labyrinth of Legends 2. At least when I spoke to the devs at Comic-Con, that wasn't something even on their schedule. So I'm not too sure if there is going to be content, if ever, you know, it becomes relevant that you need these insane damage ramp-up champions like Star-Lord, then yeah, I might take them up again, but for now, not overly fast. Am I salty with my 5-star Stark Spidey? No, why would I be? He's fantastic. Right. What champion has the best block proficiency? It's either Taskmaster, Cap World War II, or Captain America OG. Depends on the fight and the matchup. But yeah, one of those three characters, they have the best block. But generally, when it comes to like the super endgame of Marvel Contest of Champions, the optimal skill thing to do is intercept in the majority of scenarios, so then parrying becomes somewhat less relevant. And thus, you know, having to rely on block and parry is stuff less desirable. And that is one of the reasons why, you know, I personally, you know, moved Captain America World War II down on the tier list. Just for, you know, when in a lot of high-tier Alliance War, he used to be very, very good when Juggernaut and Unstoppable Colossus were absolutely everywhere, but now it's just mainly these champions like Magic, Dormammu, Modocs, Mephistos, the champions that have, you know, a lot of unavoidable damage. So, it's shifted it a little bit out. Like Taskmaster, I would say, is generally, when you have Taskmaster Awakened at a high dupe level, he trumps Captain America in pretty much every scenario that I can think of, because he has incredibly high block and also reduced ability accuracy reduction, and if played correctly, a little bit more damage as well. So Taskmaster just kind of put that boy a little bit comparatively in the bin, but still I didn't even consider, just in my personal definition, Taskmaster to be a god tier champion, but he's good. He definitely has his uses, and is a very, very high demigod tier in the right scenarios, in my opinion. I have enough for 2 5-star features, all worth trying. Oh no, Safer Blade, L. Dave Paul. Trust me, man. Hashtag Safer Blade. I just pulled a 5-star stocking on Spider-Man as he got unduped. Yeah, AJ, dude, congrats, man. You just won the video game. You just pulled, if that was out of a basic crystal, you just pulled like the best unduped 5-star champion. So you have won, my friend. You have straight up won. Do you think Void Regen Counter works on Wolverine Realm of Legends? Ricardo, dude, type it into YouTube, man. I got a video up. We did a video on it, like, last week. Definitely does, man. Also works on Labyrinth X23. Legacy did a video yesterday evening on it. So yeah, anytime that's a long fight where you need to reduce healing, like Void, he is your boy. Oh, gosh, Mitchell, you are incredibly right there. Haven't seen a Magic in a while, can't remember the last time I died to one either, and the ones throughout the map are Blade, Archangel, Magic, Fodder. I'm seeing I still see quite a few Magics, at least in the Tier 1 Alliance Wars that I'm flying. I'm seeing a lot of Medusas. Medusa's very, very popular. A lot of Nightcrawlers, a lot of Spider-Men as well, because, you know, Blade doesn't have a crazy matchup against Nightcrawler or Spider-Man. But a lot of Modocs, a lot of Mephistos, still a lot of Dormammu's knocking about. Alright, let's go for some more of these, man. I think even the best Interceptor can royally get screwed over by an unaggressive, unpredictable AI. That's very true as well, man. Very true. Very true. But when it comes to pretty much all of the challenging content, like the really, really difficult stuff, stuff tends to be at least a decent level of aggression. When it comes to stuff like Labyrinth, very, very aggressive AI. But even in Act 5, man, it's kind of a mid-level aggression. You can still intercept. It's just doing those like backdraft ones are a lot less reliable. Legacy one-shot low X23. Yeah, I saw, man. I initially challenged him to that on Twitter yesterday. It's a good time. I'm so pleased that he went through with it, man, and took one for the team to get all the way around to X23 and see if it was possible to do a Void. Which I thought it would be. I just wanted to make sure, man. So big up Legacy for, yeah, bringing that piece of information and confirming it. Very, very helpful. That's a tough one, Sean. So, I want to go for Act 5 initial completion to maximize my chances of Blade, but I'm only level 48, so I don't want to have any T2 Alpha in the stash. What should I do? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. You can chuck on XP boosts and try and rinse through Act 4 completion. Like, maybe do Act 4, chuck on XP boosts, and do Act 4 exploration as much as you can. Just keep on using units on energy refills, and that's going to get your level up a little bit, because, yeah, a part of endgame now has become, at least I already find this on my free-to-play, you got to get to level 60, man, because you got to get to level 60 to get that full T2 Alpha stash. Because, yeah, I'm on a point on my free-to-play, I'm in a very similar position, man, where my T2 Alpha stash, it isn't much at all, and if I do the completion of Act 5, I might go into Overflow. Yo! What is up, Swaggy, man? Oh, dude, big up your boy, Swaggy. Thank you very much. Oh, did you introduce him to the channel? What kind of quotes you been throwing back and forth, man? I'm really really curious. Oh wow, dude, hashtag save for Blade. I'm telling you, man, that's what it's all about. If I made some poor life decisions on my main account, would I change to my free-to-play account? It depends what happens, man. I think my main account is just so incredibly far ahead, and there aren't too many poor decisions that I can make. I reckon I make some pretty good rank up decisions, generally speaking, for like my really, really top tier stuff, and pardon me for the belch there. See, do I think 5-star rank 5 Blade with Ghost Rider Synergy is okay for Electra and Labrum? So I've heard, yeah. 5-star rank 5 Blade, yeah, I reckon the 5-star rank 5 Blade with the Ghost Rider Synergy is going to be a little bit more effective overall than the 4-star Awakened Gwenpool. So yeah, I think just going with Blade and you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Just be a little bit careful on the damage back when he's supercharged. But aside from that, it shouldn't be too bad. Is Daredevil OG good versus the Collector in the monthly event quest? Yes, in 5.2. Doesn't really work as well as you think it will, just because he reduces ability accuracy, which can negate the auto-evade from working. And if he, like, catches you out and negates it, like, mid-special, then you're just going to get wrecked by the rest of it. So I'd learn how to use the special too, fully evade the special too, and, yeah, maybe partially evade the special one. There are some good videos on how to do that as well. Who should I bring to 550 first? Angela, Iceman, Quake, or Modok? I'd bring Iceman up first. Generally, probably going to be your most useful champion. Alright, let's evade that. Sorted, boys. Not too bad. Sparky one-shot the Collector for Act 5. I haven't seen anybody do it. It's in the realm of possibility if you had, like, a 5-star rank 5 Spider use 4 boost, you had a pimp-in team setup as well, had that Blade synergy. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it would require a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck and some mad skills and some good RNG. I think if you can just keep pushing to the special too, and you know how to fully evade that, it could be possible. But I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong. Unstoppables, Bane transfers at awkward times, like, you can get a little bit wrecked. Does anyone have any help? I'm simply just not good enough at the game to do any of Act 5. Pretty sure I've reached my peak and may have to hang up my boots. I mean, it's really difficult to help give you advice, Aiden, because you haven't really specified what is killing you. Like, what are you bad at? Like, I think that's the thing that you need to really hone in and identify, and then look up tutorials relevant to the areas where you are failing at the game. So if you can't parry very well, you need to, like, look up Dave's video on how to parry and get familiar with that. How to evade, you just need to analyze every single fight. Okay, what went wrong that fight? Like, was it something to do with me? Was it something to do with the opponent? And hone in on those specific points, and then figure out how to address those points. And if, after putting a considerable amount of time into doing that, you still feel like you can't really get anywhere, then yeah, it's up to you, man. If you're finding you're not enjoying the game, you don't feel like you can progress at all, then it might be time to hang up the boots. But you gotta at least, you know, put in a good effort if you still enjoy playing the game, that is. But it's up to you, man. It's up to you. See, I recently pulled a 5-star Hood. Is he good unawakened? Yeah, Hood's a beast, man. I really like Hood. He's a cool dude. Got some very, very nice utility. I think Vision is a good counter to Hyperion. He's an okay counter. Like, he'll work. I would say well, it depends which Hyperion you're talking about, because there can be a lot of different ways, you know, there are a lot of different Hyperion matchups in MCOC. I'd say, generally speaking, Magic is the best one, but for example, in this month's monthly event quest, Ronan and Stark Spidey are the best, because you can just permanently stun him and wreck him and win the game. Why are some AI so good? It's like I play versus humans. There's different levels of aggression in the AI. There are different, you know, the further you get into the game, the more they will lunge at you. And when you know how to parry, when you know how to evade, when you know how to intercept, you can use that aggression to your advantage. So yeah, it's just a case of like watching a lot of videos and tutorials. If you want to get good, you need to invest the time into it. Do I know why parry in Act 5 is completely different than parry anywhere else in the game right now? I wouldn't say it's very different in my experience. I don't think there's any evidence as well, to unless you want to put forward a case of why it's different in Act 5 to everywhere else right now, but at least in my experience it functions exactly the same. So yeah, I don't really know what that claim's all about, dude. Looking forward to rank 4, 5-star Luke Cage Labyrinth front on Whale Milk at 27. Oh, that's the Mad Lab thing to do. The Ultimate Warrior, trust me, man. I am very, very keen to potentially do that if Luke Cage gets decently buffed. Like, I can't wait for the changes to come through. I think if I can do the first Labyrinth run with a 5-star Luke Cage, it's going to be a very, very good time. But big up to the Ultimate Warrior for a super chat. I'm going to convert that, man. Convert that to US dollars, just to see exactly, yeah, what we're dealing with, man. To update the Blubbery Swell of the day. Big up. I think that's like a $10, $15 super chat. Oh no, that's not showing up. Right. USD. So have I got a conversion there? Yeah, I'm not too sure, man. I'm just gonna say, is it about $10? About $10? Doesn't seem to be working at the moment. So yeah, let's get you up there, man. I think it's about $10. The Ultimate Warrior, big up. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. And let's get that centered as well. Yeah, not too bad. Oh, white whales. It should just say whale, man. Forgot to remove the S from the stream the other day. Right, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate the support. Hashtag save for Blade. You damn well know it, boys. Dave has evidence on his live stream. The window to activate parry is much, much slimmer. Okay. Is he going to do a video on that? Because I'd be very, very interested to watch. But I know a lot of claims like parry is broken are made on a daily basis. But when you make that claim, like I personally, I just can't take it seriously because it's made so much in text format. But if you can do it in a video format, great. That is perfect. Highlight those issues, get over and done with. So I want to, yeah, I want to see that, man. If Dave has the evidence, then put it forward. Make a video on that, because that is a great thing to discuss and talk about. But just in my experience, I haven't noticed that window. I haven't noticed the difference personally. Oh, right. Yo, Tyler, thank you very much, man. I'm glad you enjoyed today's video. It was quite fun to make. How can I get a Mutant Awakening gem for a 3-star? Just do a lot of solo events, man. Solo events is where it is at, because then you can get 3-star Awakening gems. What percentage of my subscribers are American? Around 60 to 65% of all my subscribers are American. I think there's like 11% in the UK. I think there's 9% in India. I'm just trying to think what other countries are quite big in terms of MCOC, but it's mainly America, the UK, and India, and then there's a wide disparity of various countries in Europe. And also quite a few people in Dubai as well, man. Big up Dubai. A couple of peeps in Australia. Is parry just sliding back, and what is dexterity? Dexterity is sliding back when you have the dexterity mastery to avoid specials. But parry is, I'll try and show you what parry is. It's timing a block right as the opponent's attack into you to stun them, which you need the parry mastery to activate that one. But if you type in like, what is parry, dork lessons, or how to parry, dork lessons, then that is a fantastic video guide for pointing you in the right direction. But that is a parry, what we got off right at the start of the fight. Hopefully going to get another one off now. Another parry, just like that. Parry, and it takes quite a bit of practice to get down. Big up the UK. Where about you from, CN? Chowboy in Leeds. I'm from, what is it? Just south of London and Surrey, man. Still trying to get seated to move to the US. I might do at some point. Like, I'm, you know, I think I've definitely become a little bit more aware that moving to the US is significantly more complicated than I wanted it to be initially. Especially if I want to have kind of a stable foundation for both my life and business. So yeah, it's something that I want to do. It's kind of become a bit more of a longer-term goal than an immediate one. Because there was a time, I think around this time last year, where I was like significantly unhappy, like living in the UK. And I think just, especially like just reconnecting with some old friends and, you know, meeting my girlfriend and just meeting a lot of other YouTubers over here, I found just a much higher level of like day-to-day happiness with my life in the UK. So I really enjoy it, man, and I'm really, you know, just enjoying embracing British culture. See, and there's a lot of things broken in the game. Maybe not for iPhone, but Android champs not blocking, or they just run forward to get hit in the face. It's been happened last year. I sent a ban message 10 times. Well, the thing is, you got to remember at the end of the day, Jada. And this is 100% real talk when it comes to mobile games or any gaming console in general. So, Marvel Contest of Champions being a free-to-play game, there are different devices where there are the top devices where the whales spend the most money. And when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions, you can look on App Annie and stores that give reports on like revenue coming in, so you can get like a rough estimation. But by far the most money by a significant chunk in Marvel Contest of Champions comes from iPhone devices. So Marvel Contest of Champions being a business, you know, as a free-to-play one, their job to make money is to heavily cater to the players that have the largest amount of disposable income. So that's why iPhone, generally speaking, performs significantly better, and they probably have a certain budget associated with various devices and platforms, because mobile gaming is incredibly complicated in terms of like there are bugs on like various devices in the same line, like bugs on like an iPhone 5, for example, that don't exist on like an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 8. So, yeah, there's no iPhone 7, is there an iPhone 7? Oh, crap, I've forgotten. But yeah, the general point is that you need to be aware of where the whales are playing and what devices they're on, because generally those problems are going to get fixed very, very quickly, whereas older devices and devices that have a percentage, you know, generate significantly less revenue from the players that play on those devices will come down the priority list in terms of getting stuff fixed. Did that make any sense to anyone? I'm sorry if that was a little bit of a broad rambling and some of the words were a little bit confusing there. But yeah, generally, like, the newest phones and by far, like, the best ones, that's what they cater for as a business that needs to generate money. I'm going crazy fighting Void. I have any advice? Sort of get the Special 2. Special 2 is not really too hard to bait, but it really depends what you're dying to, man. If you're dying to the degeneration, then you've got to, you know, get to 9 hits, wait for the degen to apply to you, and then get the 10th hit to dispel it. But that's pretty much it. I can guarantee you, though, that if the game was faster on Android than on iOS, the Android would have put up the most money because everyone would get an Android to play. Well, what's really the substance to that argument? There's always going to be one device that performs better, and they will cater to that device, and they follow the market and players. I mean, if that worked, that would be a possibility. But, I mean, I don't think you can personally guarantee that. There's also consumer preference as well. And generally speaking, you could make the assumption that Android phones generally have quite better value. But iPhones, they're generally a lot simpler to use and are much more expensive. Like, generally speaking, the type of consumers that buy Apple products are those with a much higher rate of disposable income. Like, again, this is a very incredibly vast generalization that I'm throwing out there. But generally, like, Apple products, they're pretty overpriced, man. You pay quite a bit more for the brand as well. But people who buy those products as well, generally, you know, buy them for status, have a little bit more disposable income, and simultaneously, those are the players that spend quite a bit of money on Marvel Contest of Champions as well, and have money to throw at additional leisure activities. So, yeah, just my perspective on that, really. But I think saying that you can guarantee that they make more money on Android if it performed better than iOS is, yeah, not really a claim that you can make. That could be your perspective and your opinion, but you certainly can't guarantee it. Oh yeah, I enjoy those as well, Isha, for sure. It's finding a good balance as well. Gladiator and Hulk and Killmonger abilities. Gladiator, Hulk, and Killmonger abilities are coming next week. Oh, Otrix, I'm incredibly excited, man. I'm really looking forward to those. Dude, be sure, as soon as they're available, man, DM me on Twitter and we'll get some videos going. Pretty sure people wouldn't buy an Android just to play NCOC, because that's all a phone is for. I mean, there are various reasons why people choose to buy various devices. Like, the mobile market, in some sense, is incredibly complicated, but due to the way that Apple have handled their business over the last few years, they've become very, very predominant in it. Yeah, same here, Judge. Like, I'm a really, really big fan of iPhones in general. I've tried a few Android devices. They're just not really my cup of tea. Oh, perfect, Otrix. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, man. Dude, I cannot wait to see the abilities for Gladiator Hulk. I really do hope that he is a beast of a champion. And, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll go for some Gladiator Hulk crystals, maybe. Excited for Sabretooth. Oh, yeah, Sabretooth could have some very, very strong potential. I reckon Sabretooth could be pretty insane with regeneration. Could be like a really, really stacked version of Wolverine and X-23 mishmashed together. So yeah, we'll have to see what's up. I understand what you're saying, but it's not right that androids never get love. But in business, especially mobile gaming business, it's not about what's right, it's about what will make a return on the investment. Because to fix bugs on certain devices, you need to allocate, you know, engineers and developers to do that, and you need to pay those engineers and developers. And if they have deemed that going back to old Android devices and not fixing those issues because the people on those devices aren't spending enough money on the game to, you know, cover the cost and make X amount of profit for the time invested, then they just won't do that. And that's the harsh reality of, like, every single game that you play. At the end of the day, I believe pretty much every game is a business. Very few games are started for charity purposes. They care about, you know, making back their money and then some. And that is the sole purpose of them. I have Tier 2 Alpha expiring, Rank 4 Green Goblin. Do you have any other options, Ryan? I mean, if you don't have any other options, then yeah, I guess you could. But what else do you have, man? Indeed, Joseph. Need to wait for the abilities, and even after the early abilities, you won't know until the champion's actually in the game, and we can go through the character's abilities. And even then, we don't know if the champion is super good until we can actually play that character. Yo, what's up, Han Yolo? Hope you're doing well, man. We talking about the core bands? Oh gosh, no. We lightly addressed them in the video earlier, but I don't think. don't know. What do you want to talk about? Is there any opinions, any questions? Yeah, I need to watch out for the evade here, man. Oh, Spidey's evading like a beast. Really? Dude, he's had so many friggin' evades. Okay, let's do this. Stun, come on. There we go. I should have actually done. Let's do one of these. Throw it down, boys. Oh, man, that was way too many evades there. Way too many evades. Pac-Man Master says, "Seeing I'm associated with gay pride." Good for you, man. You live your best life. Do whatever you'd like to. Big up, man. Big up. I've just heard a lot of people getting an Apple device simply for this game because it's faster. For example, Brian Grant prefers Android, but I got iOS to play MCOC. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Like, at the end of the day, there just becomes... It's just so... like, markets are just so incredibly difficult to control and predict. But I think if anybody is going to contend with Apple for, like, the top gaming device... my personal prediction is it's not going to be Android. I think it's going to be Razer. If anybody is going to try and get a one-up on Apple specifically for gaming and build that reputation for having the best device for gaming, it will be Razer if they decide to go deep into it. Or it might be a completely brand new company that we don't know. But if Razer released a phone recently, I've heard it's got incredibly good reviews. I'm not too sure what kind of operating system it has. I think it might have an Android-based one. I'm not too sure on that, though. I might be entirely incorrect. But yeah, Razer, I don't know. They might be the boys, man. Might be the boys to take it down. Just wondering how deep it went. Did they use fraudulent units to boost their prestige over MMX? I don't know, man. I'm incredibly curious to know myself. I'd appreciate... It'd be interesting to get, like, a statement from Kabam on, you know, what exactly was affected. But it goes deep. The rabbit hole at Endgame Marvel Contest of Champions, man. It goes deep, I would imagine. Very, very deep. Damn, seeing sponsoring Razer early. Well, I'm not saying at the moment they're better. I'm just saying that, you know, they've produced, in my opinion, some really awesome gaming equipment. I've been using, what is it, a Razer mouse, Razer keyboard for the longest time, man. Big fan of Razer. But I don't know, they could do some good stuff. Some of their stuff, arguably, I don't know, is a little bit overpriced. I'm not a big fan of the headsets, but the mice and keyboards, I really like, man. Really like. So yeah, we'll have to see, man. Razer has already said their new phone isn't for gaming. I thought that was the entire intention of them making a phone. Oh, I might be incorrect there. Elad, I'm gonna try and work on it next week. Again, like, I don't know a huge amount about the newest Razer phone and all of the stuff that it can and cannot do, but I'm interested to find out more. If anybody, you know, has one of those and plays Marvel Contest of Champions on it, like, yeah, just, I'd be very interested to, like, read some written reviews or see any video reviews on it, because I'm incredibly curious, man. Incredibly curious. But yeah, exactly, the new Razer phone, I don't think the one that they've just released, it's like their first ever phone. I think a lot of people were very surprised by how well they did for their very first phone, but again, I don't know a huge amount about it. But I've heard there's significant room for improvement. That's it, Han YOLO, that's it. The whales. So many whales, man. They love those. I mean, Marvel Contest of Champions, if you look on App Annie, man, and how it does in the iTunes charts, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's constantly rinsing the top 10 on the majority of days. Hey, Cena, I just finished my first Labyrinth run. Can I get a shout out? Shout out Jacob, man. Congrats on your first Labyrinth run. Do you think I can get stalled with 3 million in Arena? Bro, you want to go to 3.7, man. 3 million, way too much of a risk. Like, I'd say it's unlikely. It's possible, but it's unlikely that you'll get him at 3 million. But if you go 3.7, you've pretty much got the character. Because in both rounds earlier, what was it? In December, he went for 3.6, just around that. So I think there's a very, very good chance that he's going to go probably like 3.4, 3.5. I reckon it'd be a little bit lower than that, but it's anyone's game, man. Anyone's game. So yeah, just make sure you go 3.7 million plus if you want to be safe for the champion. Oh, thank you very much, Pappy. Appreciate it. Big up. So, got a challenge for you. Complete a fight without looking at the screen. I know a pro like you can do it. Oh, you know what, Isha? I don't usually accept those challenges, but I will. I will for the next match, just for you. Big up. Alright, let's see what we have next. We've got I'll do a Spider-Gwen as well, man. Spider-Gwen, Daredevil. Let's chuck in Venom as well. I reckon I can do it, maybe just based off sound. But we'll see. Okay, would that be Electro first? Yeah, we can do it with Electro. Oh no, we got Colossus up first. Let's swap these two around. Okay. Once I get into the standard rhythm, like, I'll look to the left. Right, I took a blocked hit. Am I hitting? Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm hitting. Special one. Oh, no, I looked at the screen. Oh, I was doing so well. Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting wrecked. Oh, okay, I'm getting wrecked at the moment. Blocked hits. Special one. Yeah, I can't do this. See, the problem is there's a little bit of a delay in the sound when I have it like plugged in, so I can't see what's happening in real time. But I don't know. I reckon I can do a lot of stuff like just out of the corner of my eye if I know like roughly where my champion is at. But once you get a little bit into the fight, I'm like, I have no idea what kind of distance I'm at or exactly what I need to be doing or where the special's at right now. But yeah, I did all right for the start of that fight, but then I sucked, man. Sucked big time. Who would I make rank 5? You know it's Blade, Joel. You just know. Yo, what is up, Jonathan? Hope you're doing well today, man. Always good to see you here, Wegerson, my boy. One of the channel OGs. Oh, let's go. Special one. In the bin, boys. In the bin. Did I intercept there? I don't know, man. I don't know what I got there. I could hear my Spider-Gwen hitting for, I think I got like 18 hits without taking it. Oh, thank you very much, Issa. Appreciate it. Hey, Sin, I got my first 455 champion, Iceman. Soon Starkey will be there too. Very nice, bro. Very nice. 5-star Angela, 5-star Hela, which is worth bringing to rank 4. If you use the Black Bolt synergy with Hela, probably Hela to rank 4. But, I'd probably take Hela up over Angela. Just currently get that Black Bolt synergy, extend those Furies, win the game. Running in the store. I haven't seen any of the special offers at the moment. Are they going to appear for me? I'm going to have to restart my game, and I can't restart my game while I'm streaming. So yeah, I don't know what the offers are. Can somebody tweet me the offers? And I'll have a bit of a look now. Just because I have a weird thing where I can't, like, restart the game while my capture card is plugged in. So yeah, if somebody tweets me the offers, I'll have a look just after this final round of Arena. You damn well know, Wegerson. Okay, what should we do now? Let's go against Black Panther. Who would I rank 5 if it was not Blade nor Spider-Man? Maybe Dr. Voodoo, just for the banter. I like Dr. Voodoo, man. He's pretty beast mode. Ah, yes, I know Shah, man. I used to be in... He's in MMX, right? Yeah, he used to be an ISOA, man. I've known Shah for ages. He just took him up for Prestige. Am I considering taking a time off from the game? I'm not really fussed about taking a time off for the game right now. No, I'm quite happy playing the game. Really enjoying my free-to-play account, especially. super fun to do. We've got one more try at Medusa. A little bit later today, going to live stream a crystal opening. Probably about half an hour from now. We're going to have a bit of a break after this, come back. And then we're going to live stream a massive crystal opening on Whale Milker where we go for one more chance at getting 5-star Medusa. So that's going to be in approximately 30 minutes after the live stream ends. Let's actually call it 7 o'clock, lads. We'll do it at 7. Or we'll open the crystal at 7. I might be live a little bit before that. So yeah, just if you want to keep that in mind, I'm just going to go have some food after this. And then yeah, we'll see what's up. I see. Oh, there are no offers today. Ah, okay. Oh, fair play, boys. Fair play. Right, there we go. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for an awesome live stream today. Got to give big props to the Ultimate Warrior for being the blubberiest whale so far. Going to be back in approximately 35 to 40 minutes for a little bit of playing, and then we're going to be opening a 5-star Medusa Crystal live. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon on the channel.